what's up? So I wanted to do a car video because I haven't in a while, and it's kind of because I haven't really had anything to say, which is funny because I'm Bethany and I normally always have something to say, right? Okay. So I don't know, I just isolated for a while and I had to like strip my energy off of other people. No specific person, like a bunch of people. I changed my phone number. I had a lot of people that knew my phone number that I didn't want knowing. Again, it's not one specific person. It's a lot of things. So, you know, and I don't feel obligated to have to talk to anybody, and that feels awesome. Again, no specific person. It was more other people than one specific person, and it is what it is. But that will, anyways. Okay, so what I want to talk about is our desires, right? So like, if somebody said to you right now in this present moment, what do you desire? What do you want right now? And like, not necessarily like what is it do you want for your life? Like right now I'm talking about, not future reference, right now. But it can be something right now that you want that will help you bring you into something that you want for the future. You know what I mean? And I don't mean like, oh, I want to be rich, da da da. Like, I don't mean easy fixes like that. I mean like, what do you actually want? Because a lot of people, if you ask them what they want, they don't really know. Like, they might think they know, but they don't. So it's like, okay, so I was thinking about like how a lot of people like just worry about like boyfriend, girlfriend stuff or this or that. So it's like, they don't really know exactly what it is that they want because they're not focusing on anything else but this relationship, right? So, you know, you could have, okay, I want us to get along. I want us to be better. And it's like, okay, so if you know that, how can you work towards it? Deliberate creation, right? Deliberately creating. So when you deliberately create and manifest, it's when you stop letting your subconscious mind rule over pretty much your whole entire life and you, because our subconscious mind is like our survival. It's what all the memories of trauma, all the memories of all the beliefs that we've made. It's like a computer and you have files. Each file is a belief, again, that you made up as a child to make yourself feel safe if you didn't feel safe, right? If your caregivers, parents, you know, grandparent, whoever you lived with when you grew up, even if you were in foster homes, but you had to make up your own survival skills, right? So your subconscious mind is the thing that's rooted deep within you, and those are what hold your core wounds. Core wounds are the main subconscious, so pretty much it's unconscious. You don't really know that it's there, right? Unless you say it to yourself and you affirm it. So there's stuff like, I am not worthy, I am not enough, I am broken, I am bad, I am, you know, not lovable, like all those things, right? And those are like a lot of, mainly the main things, you know, because if you don't feel worthy, you're not gonna go after things that you would feel you deserve. You don't feel worthy of them, so you don't go after it, right? But that's your subconscious mind. That's ruling you, because I think it's like, I always say 95% because it's just easier, but it could be 97, could be whatever. I think it's 95 though. It's like 95% of your life is actually being controlled autopilotly on default mode of what your subconscious mind has taught itself for survival skills. So as a child, like if you haven't healed, if you haven't brought this subconscious stuff up to the surface and been able to look at it and examine it, you know, whatever, then it's not going to be as simple to change those beliefs, knowing that you are safe. You're an adult now. You don't need somebody else to make you safe. You know what I mean? And so we're a bunch of children running around pretty much with outdated beliefs and trying to adult. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I should do a video on this. I also believe that therapy is bullshit. Unless you have a good therapist. Because if you're in therapy and you go there, okay. Probably like 2018, maybe. I had got a therapist. Best friggin' therapist I could ever ask for. And I'm really knowledgeable on a lot of things, but at the same time I know nothing, right? There's so much more out in this world, in this universe, that you can know like so much, and you think you're like the smartest person in the world. It's like you really know like that much. But, you know, they hide that to make you look like you're the smartest person in the freaking world. Anyways, and that's like another belief, like, oh, you need to go to school in order to be successful. Oh, you need to be smart. You have to get this on your MCAS. No, you don't. Okay, you don't. Like, my mom's all about like my kid needing to go to school, and I'm like, I mean, yeah, like, I can't be like, I didn't go to school and look at me. I'm not like super freaking successful, but I am as a person. Like, I'm not talking about like career wise, but I've had my own businesses. Like, I make my money, I do what I gotta do, I provide for my kid, and that's, you know what I mean? But I'm more abundant in building my character. Like, building my character, you know what I mean? Like, what I need to do and what I don't need to go through these things, but the things that I do go through, what I need to learn from them, and what I need to consciously see the pattern, the behavior, the belief in what I'm doing in order to deliberately take that out of my subconscious, bring it to the surface so it's consciously there. So next time I see myself doing something of that nature, right, I can consciously be self-aware of myself doing it, and I lost where I was. Sorry, I just went by a house that, hold on 1 second. Okay, there's a gas station guy, and he loves me, so every time I go by him, I always beep. He's like Nigerian, but he sounds Jamaican. I love him. It's so weird because, like, there's a guy at my CVS, and he's from Lebanon, right? He came here like a couple of years ago, and the only reason why, like, he's special to me is because I'm very memorable. Like, if you don't know me, you're gonna know me after I meet you. Like, I will leave you with a memory. But anyways, so in a lot of places I can walk in and I'm just like, hey, and it's just who I am. You know, I built my character. Like, I don't think I chose that, it just kind of happened, but because of what I decided consciously, subconsciously too, because I kind of just became it, and I was like, oh, hey, like, this is me now, you know, but it's not going to stay me. I'm going to grow. I'm going to be somebody else one day. You know what I mean? But I'm going to be somebody else one day. But it's like, yeah, this real quick. Hopefully I'll remember. I can remember. Okay. If I say I can lately, I really can. Like, okay, like, in my kitchen, I love doing it. I love throwing things. It sounded so bad. I love throwing things. Yeah, like, I just love throwing things. No, I meant, like, I'm in the kitchen and I'll have a can of soda or whatever. I only do cans of soda when I do this. And there's my recycling, like, you know, brown bag, like, that you get at the grocery store or something. And it's all the way over there. And I always throw it, always get it. Always. Unless I question it when it's about to go in. Then it fumbles. And that's the point. That's the deliberate creation. The fumbling back and forth, right? So when you're deliberately It's in my head. Okay, he's from Lebanon, right? So when I went up there like a long time ago, he knew my name, he knew my birthday, like I didn't have to give him anything. But it's because when I first met him, okay, I didn't know like my car was in drive or something, and I'm trying to, no, 642, and I'm like trying to go, and like it's not letting me because there was a little ramp and I didn't really know that, so I was going up and then I was going back, and I'm like, what the fuck? So he remembers me by that. So over time, the more he met me and he saw me, it went to his head subconsciously. Consciously, he was aware of what my birthday was, what my last name was, what he had to put in order to pull me up. Pick things up and put them down, right? If I'm putting down something, you got to pick it up, because you're not like putting down like, you know, clout. So stupid. That wasn't even making sense. That didn't even make sense. I just wanted to say it for some reason. Whatever. Okay. Oh geez Louise, I have 15 minutes, so let's try to do this. But anyway, so that's the memory that he knows me by. And Michael, or Mike, he's the guy at the gas station, and he's just talked to me. His birthday is the day after my son's, and like, we've just talked, like, you know what I mean? He's an older man. He's cool, but I don't really know how. I'm just memorable, so just whatever. So both of them are from other countries, right? They've came here, and the Lebanon guy, I can't think of his, Habib's. It's Habib's. I love him. So every time I'm in there, I'm like, Habib's, where you at? So anyways, so he used to be like not a forensic detective. He was like some kind of detective, and like he worked in like a science lab or something. It's like some crazy thing. And now he works at CVS and he loves it. Like he loves it. And then the guy from Mike from Nigeria, I forget what he was doing, but it was something crazy, and now he's working at a gas station 24/7 and he loves it. It's so crazy. But anyways, so deliberate creation. When you notice these things, you're able to be self-aware enough and evaluate, you know, deliberately, consciously think, what do I want to do differently? Does this serve me? If I do this, if I react, if I do this, whatever, how does it usually turn out for me? Do I want to keep doing it? You know what I mean? Subconsciously, if you don't care, then you don't care. You know, if you don't want to go into all that. And it doesn't even need to hurt. Because people don't want to heal sometimes because they don't want to hurt. And it's like, it doesn't always have to be like that. Again, the therapist. Okay. The therapist. I think therapy is bullshit crap unless you actually get something out of it. Because I remember I never had a therapist that actually helped me until the woman that I had in 2018. And because I had learned trauma all on my own, trauma stuff on my own, I was able to talk to her as a colleague and a client. You know what I mean? And as a friend too. So, you know, whatever. But all the other ones were like, I didn't even like them really that much. Like I didn't care if I lost one of them. I cried when I lost her because the insurance changed, and I cried so much. But and it doesn't matter. Like, and then she left because of that. I got somebody. I was with her for like a year and a half. She's gone. She retired, and I have like nobody now. And they're not even calling me, and I love it because I don't even want to go. But no, it's bullcrap because they're like your friend. So like you're already complaining and manifesting what the problem is, and you're focusing on that, and what you focus on is what manifests. So if you're focusing on a situation that you don't like and you don't want to be in it, so it's like the desire is, I don't want this. Don't in that format in the subconscious mind, for whatever reason, doesn't exist. So when you're saying I don't want, you're actually saying I want. It's just, look it up. Just look it up. So anyways, I learned that a long time ago. So when I don't want something, I will try to use it in a different context, in a different wording, without saying I don't want. Like it would be like, I prefer, you know what I mean? But because your words are so powerful, and that's also what manifests, like what you say is what you get. So anyways, So I can't breathe and I don't know why. Okay. So what it is you don't want, you know what you do want, right? You focus on what you don't want, so you're going to get more of what you don't want in all situations of your life, not just that relationship or that way somebody's treating, like whatever it is you don't want, you're going to keep manifesting it even more if that's all you pay attention to instead of what it is you do want. So it's like, if you know what you don't want, and you don't want this person in your life, or you don't want them treating you, then you would think of like what it would be like if they didn't treat you like that, if you have to have them in your life, or what would my life look like if they weren't in my life. You know what I mean? Just as an example, I'm better at using relationships as examples for this stuff rather than like other stuff. I can do it with jobs too, but then again, it kind of like relates to like your boss or your colleagues or whatever. So anyways, so if somebody said to you in this present moment, what is it that you desire? Would you be able to answer that? Okay. Because again, we don't actually really know. It's like in the present moment when we're in the problem and you're complaining to somebody, this is not what I want. It's like, but are you moving towards anything differently to have a different outcome? Or are you doing the whole insane thing? Whereas definition of insanity is when you do the same thing over and over and over again, right? So which one are you doing? Are you deliberately moving towards something else? Are you deliberately moving towards something else? Or are you just complaining and hoping that it will just change on its own, or whatever the situation is, right? Like which way are you going? Which way are you doing? I don't think I've ever done an actual video like in my kids, like when he's at soccer. So I don't know. Let's do this. So I'm going to end it there, but I'm going to add on the other thing just because that could be a video in itself, but there is a continuation to where I was actually getting at, but I guess I had to say that and, whatever. So that's that. So hold on one second.